That one is
Sorry, so which supermarket is located at the Attridgeville shopping center?
ShopRite.
And then you also mentioned another shopping center where ShopRite is
Atley. It's Atley.
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 Okay.
Maybe just going into each of the malls and the shopping centers that you've now spoken about, and the various retailers in those shopping centers. You indicated that in 2010 you still did very well, and that since then your sales have gone down. Can you explain to us when these malls opened up close to you, and whether after each one of these malls opened up, whether you saw a drop in your sales?
So as you answer that question, just give your answer in the order of these.
Lost some of my customers that were buying the bread for quarters. They call it spatlo in Tswane. Yes. I lost few of them. They just joined shop right there at Lotus Garden. And then in late 2014, they built a mall, the Attridgeville shop.
Sorry, Sam. So the ShopRite at Lotus Gardens sold stoppers, gutters.
No, they don't sell the quarters. They're selling the bread. The bread that are making quarters, in English they call it panichawa.
Banichao.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So are you saying you lost your Banichao customers?
Yes.
And these Banichao customers went to
The Lotus
to
at
buy
ShopRite.
bread from ShopRite in Lotus Gardens.
Yes.
Were these customers that bought it to make quota for themselves, or did they buy it to make resell it?
These customers they make the quotas to sell it.
Okay. And so when you lost these customers, how many loaves of bread? So initially you said you sold about 1,000. After you lost these customers, how many did you sell then?
The figures would drop to 900. Roughly, I can call it drop to 900.
Thank you.
Okay. Then late in 2014, the Attridgeville Shopping Center was opened. That one is less than 5 kilometers away from my shop. All of my customers, they are walking, they are not taking even a taxi to go there. That's where I was really affected. Really affected. And that shop right now, it's always overcrowded. Always overcrowded. So it affects me. It affects me in such a way that I'm struggling to sell even 500 loaves as we can speak now.
So you're saying that in 2011 there was this one mall that opened, you lost some of your customers, that your sales went down to 900. And so in 2014 the Attridgeville shopping mall opened, and when the shop right there opened, your sales dropped from about 900 to 500.
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry. Atlin Mall, Lotus Gardens, Attridgeville Shopping Center are all in Attridgeville, in the same township.
Yeah, they're all in the same township.
Sure.
Then there is this one that opened late 2015, the Maundi one. It is less than 10 kilometers next to Atlane Mall as well, whereby there is Pick and Pay. As these shopping centers and malls are being opened there, we see every day we see some differences, some changes in our businesses. in such a way that we think negatively of ourselves, that we need to shut down these businesses because we're doing nothing, wasting our time here.
In terms of the number of employees, you said that you started off with about 15 employees in 2010 and that you now have about 9. Can you maybe just go through then from 2010 up until now, how many employees you had to retrench and whether that it was after a mall opened every time?
I've seen it in 2014. After this Atteridgeville Shopping Center was opened. That is whereby I was forced to retrench 3 employees because I have to cut off my shifts now, or my working time. I have to cut them off. So that's where I decided, no, okay, 3 of them, I must just now terminate the contract. I sit down with them, explaining the situation. I said, the job that you were doing before, I no longer have it now. They really understand. They understand that. So in 20, it is in 2015 later in December, when we're going for holidays on December. The time that mall at Mawonde was open again, they were also now decided to terminate a contract of another 3 people there. That also cut the number of now on shift. Now I will have less time to work here. I'm fighting against the electricity now, and electricity cost and I won't manage to pay electricity. I won't manage to pay these workers. So now I left with these 9 people. As well, I can see even this year, I'm struggling. I'm not happy to operate that business. I was thinking that this is winter. This winter time whereby bread people, it's a must to have it because it's cold. They are drinking tea and coffee. So, but still, it's not going up. It doesn't pick up that much. You see, I'm really not happy.
The people that you had to retrench, what kind of work did they do for you?
I retrenched a baker who was baking, a cashier, together with a cleaner for another shift. Those are the people that even a slicer, a bread slicer. Yes.
Okay, so these are 4 people and you had to retrench about 6 people. So were there more than one baker, for example, that you had to?
Bakers were 2. Yes.
Okay, so 2 bakers, 1 cashier, 1 cleaner, and 1 bread slicer.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's my people.
With the competition that you saw from the supermarket chains around you in the malls, did you lose customers because your bread price is higher or was higher than the price at which they were selling? Can you just answer that?
Okay. No, I'm selling a 600 loaf, for 600 gram loaf, for 650. At ShopRite, that loaf, it's sometimes ShopRite sometimes have some special. It goes to like a normal loaf for 600 gram for them, it's 6.90. That is 7 rand. So I'm much cheaper than ShopRite. Only to find that it's ShopRite is cheaper when they have some specials on that now. So I cannot say that I lose my customers because of the prices that I am giving to my customers. I'm thinking I'm losing my customers because of the competition that it's around there. So I cannot complain for 50 cents. Just to travel all the way to get one loaf, and then to go there, now to travel the whole way to get my cornflakes, some fresh milk, some meat in the butchery, and one loaf of bread. That one loaf of bread, I can get it in one place, and I get that one loaf of bread only.
Did you ever try to open up your shop in one of those malls that opened around you so that you can also be close to the customers that buy the other things?
I didn't try. I tried to confront it. Yes, I was trying to confront it about the rent there. I found it's a bit higher. I cannot afford to pay those rents that are there in the malls. As well as I'm trying to run away for the competition of these big shops. Yet I will be still selling one thing. They are selling different thing under one roof. So I don't think there will be that much changes of my business to grow or to enable me to pay those electricity and rent together with the workers there.
Did you consider, well, maybe two parts to this question. Do you know of maybe other bakeries that are located further away from the malls that you've just listed? Do you know of them, and are they doing better because they're further away from the malls?
There are some bakeries that are further from the mall, from the malls. Actually, I can call it, there is KB Bakery in Pretoria. And that is the oldest bakery that I found operating there. As we can speak, KB Bakery is shut down. It's a big bakery. It was delivering bread, not as me. I'm selling over the counter. Them are selling over the counter, and they've got some trucks delivering bread. One day I speak to the owner about this problem. He told me straight away that I'm thinking to be a pastor now. I can't manage to run this business because the customers that I was selling this bread to, they are buying to the Pakistanis. They are going to these malls to get the bread. So now it was closed March this year. It's no longer operating.
Do you know how many employees they had, if maybe a rough estimate?
Actually, they have got the number of employees. I think roughly they've got more than 20. The drivers and the crew, together the bakers and all the stuff inside there. I think they were over 20.
And how far are they more or less from the Atteridgeville Mall?
Actually, we are almost located in the same area there. Yeah, we are located in the same area. But the thing is, their businesses were based on delivering. Mine were based on the walking customers that are coming through to fetch the bread for themselves.
Do you know of other bakeries that also sell over the counter like you do, but that are further away from the mall and that are doing better because of that?
No, I don't know any bakery.
You indicated earlier that the foreign operated spaza shops do not support the local shops. Maybe if you could just explain what exactly you mean with that.
I'm meaning like I'm staying there at Atteridgeville. I normally see all the spaza shops that are operated by South Africans are closing day after day. only business that they can do as a South African for now, it's the quotas. That one I can call it bunny chowers. That's the only business that they can do. The supermarket part of it, they are closing, they are failing to operate those things. The main problem that is affecting them is the market, where they get this sugar, the fish, the soap, all those things, the grocery part. It's so expensive. They think they're getting it so expensive. While these Pakistani people, I don't know whether South Africans are not supporting each other, like whether where they on the wholesalers there, if we can buy in bulk, we get a huge discount. I'm not sure on that part, but they were telling us that every day once I'm selling this stuff, I'm making a loss. That means I'm doing nothing as compared to these Pakistani people. So that's where it's affect now the South African business people.
You also mentioned social grants. Were you benefiting from sales to people who were earning social grants, and how were you doing so? And what happened to those customers that were earning social grants?
Uh, those customers normally, like I said earlier on, that my products were the cheapest product. So the time of their payday, okay, like getting their social grants, they came to support me. Sometimes I've got some, a lot of them. I was having plenty of customers, like I was giving them, like you send a child in that place, you come and collect bread every day without paying. But the time of the grant, they just came to pay. I was supporting them like that. So now they stopped. I don't know why. Number of them they stopped doing that. That's why I'm saying as well, I'm still losing these customers. Okay, right, I understand. Like I'm saying, they are going to ShopRite next to me. They've got that money for the grant that day. They know that they will get sugar, they will get that bread, and so they will get some soap to wash, of which I don't keep those soap and this thing, you see, this grocery part. I'm dealing with baking stuff only. So now, as these customers not coming in, my business is drowning.
You say your bread was the cheapest. What made you able to sell your bread at the lowest price in the area? So can you speak to how you were operating, which enabled you to have a good price?
In those days, 2010 up until 2014, I was competing with Albany. Albany is an expensive bread in South Africa, we all know. Sunbake, Blue Ribbon, those are much expensive bread. So the people there, where most of them they won't afford those branded bread. They decided to come and buy the cheaper one. So mm, actually, even myself, I'm not making that much profit, but I'm making profit as long the more the customers coming in, I'm getting something to them. So now the customers are not coming in that numbers. So now I'm struggling to operate that my business.
So you made your money based on the volumes of people, number of people that were coming through, not on the price necessarily.
Exactly.
Sure. Okay, thank you, Mr. Msibi. Should we have further questions for you, we will make contact with you. We'll get in touch with you. Thank you very much for your submission.
Thank you so much.
Sure. With that, ladies and gentlemen, we come to an end of today's hearings. We will reconvene tomorrow at 9. Am I correct? In fact, at 9 it will be arrival and registration, and then the actual hearing will commence at 9:30 tomorrow. Thank you.